1 second. Good evening. All right. We've been putting up with a lot from the Swedish government over the past, 5 to 10 years. In general, the Swedish government has been a very unfriendly government to the United States. We call them an ally, but it doesn't really feel like a very strong alliance. For example, the Swedish government was the only European government to recognize Palestine as a state, contrary to the requests of Israel. There are a number of problems with this. One, the Palestinian state in Gaza has not renounced terrorism. And two, it essentially imposes a settlement on the Israelis via diplomatic recognition, especially given that they have been the non-antagonist in that situation. Seems wrong to me. Smith Radio's here, what's up? He also said that the stabbing attacks in Palestine didn't count as terrorism. He indulged Ali Khamenei. There are amazing photos of him after President Trump pulled out of the Iran deal. In February 2017, the Prime Minister of Sweden sat down with Ali Khamenei, the leader of Iran, to talk about how bad the United States was. Somebody says that they think I probably have the best bass singing voice. You would be correct about that. So, what did Carpe say? I missed Carpe's comment. I'm scrolling up. I can do this. Hold on. Carpe's here. Where did Carpe say something about my shirt? Yes, children should not be executed even if they are murderers in Beach Bar. Sorry, that was really funny. Anyway, free ASAP Rocky. But you got to understand, it's not clear that we have an obvious way to do that outside of toppling the Swedish government. So I have a modest proposal. I believe that the authoritarian Swedish regime has gone too far this time. It has demonstrated that it believes, for some bizarre reason, that it has the authority and is justified in provoking the United States. And given, as Jack Kosovic says, that Sweden is in fact a failed state, it's time. Hashtag regime change for Sweden. It has zero legitimacy. No legitimacy. This is not a legitimate government. Not anymore. It is a regime in control of vast amounts of natural resources and with the willingness and apparent desire to defy the United States and its arsenal for freedom. Carpe says, send in the Clinton Foundation. That might be equally effective. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure that we shouldn't just simply invade. Now, real talk. It's actually really unjust, I think, what's happening to ASAP Rocky. I'm just saying, I saw those videos. Dude was clearly provoked into a fight by the nominal victims in this case. And I do think that, if you're just beating somebody up as a result of self-defense, that even in America, I think that would probably qualify as self-defense, even under kind of very liberal things. Like because my understanding of the rule of self-defense is, once the threat's been neutralized, if it has in fact been neutralized, then you can get in trouble for continuing to kick, right? It's kind of one of the reasons the Proud Boys got in trouble in the fight in New York. But in general, though, you have to take into account when somebody actively provokes a fight, and it's the kind of situation where you would decline a prosecution. Moreover, even if you wouldn't decline a prosecution, they're holding without bail. What on earth is going on, guys? You can make a phone call. The idea that there should be no political discussion at all when a famous person is being held without bail in a foreign country, that seems weird to me, especially when you're talking about America. What on earth is happening, guys? The idea they're well, our judiciary is completely independent and politicians have no ability to do anything. It's sometimes politicians should do things because you created a diplomatic incident, but your prosecutors have created a diplomatic incident,